What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back. In today's video we are comparing one of the most affordable 4K action cameras, the Akaso V50X, to one of the most expensive action cameras, the GoPro 7 Black. So you can find the Akaso V50X for about $100, and as always there will be some links in the video description, not to mention that I've done a full review on this camera and you can also check that one out. Now, if you want to buy the GoPro 7 Black, you're going to have to spend somewhere around $350, so 3 times more expensive than this one. But does that mean that the GoPro 7 Black is 3 times better? Well, we are definitely going to find out. So throughout this video, we're going to find out which camera has a better internal microphone, which camera has better electronic image stabilization, which one does better during the day, during the night, and of course you're going to be able to check out some sample pictures. Now, of course, with the GoPro 7 Black, you can also do 4K at 60 frames per second, something that you cannot do with this camera. And you can also do 1080p at 240 frames per second. Once again, something that you cannot do with this one. But throughout this video, you're mostly going to watch 4K at 30 frames per second files. So I think we should start with the internal microphone. So let's check out a couple of samples and I'll be right back. Alright, this is our first microphone test between the GoPro 7 Black and the Akaso V50X. So I'm currently recording in 4K at 30 frames per second, and I also have the electronic image stabilization turned on. And as you can probably see, I am on the bike, so it is a bit windy as well. So under these conditions, this is how microphone recording from these two action cameras sounds like. Alright, and this is our second audio test between the GoPro 7 Black and the Akaso V50X. Once again, I'm recording in 4K at 30 frames per second, and I also have the electronic image stabilization on. You're probably gonna hear some traffic to my left and the water to my right. So under these conditions, this is how recording from these two action cameras sounds like. So the first thing you've probably noticed is the fact that the image from the V50X is more zoomed in, more cropped in, and they basically do that so they can achieve better electronic image stabilization, but we'll talk about that in a bit. For microphone recordings, the GoPro 7 Black is better in pretty much every way. The recordings are louder, deeper, crisper, they just sound better in every single way. So for microphone recordings, the GoPro 7 Black is the better one. Next, we are moving on to some samples so you can check out and see which device does better for electronic image stabilization. And the samples that you're about to watch are done in 4K at 30 frames per second. So let's check those out. .4K 30 frames per second, electronic image stabilization on. .4K 30 frames per second running test. 4K 30 frames per second, electronic image stabilization on running test. So for electronic image stabilization, I honestly feel that the V50X, the cheaper camera, did a bit better than the GoPro 7 Black. And the GoPro 7 Black had what GoPro calls hyper smooth stabilization. And that footage definitely doesn't look like the footage that I've seen on their website. So cheaper camera and somewhat better image stabilization. I mean, they do crop in quite a lot to achieve that, but still I feel that the image stabilization was better from this one. But definitely feel free to disagree with me. I mean, you had the footage and you can see that for yourself. Alright, and moving on to some more daytime recordings that I've done. So let's check those out and I'll be right back. 4K 30 frames per second, electronic image stabilization on. Alright, so the daytime recordings. Well, first of all, the footage from the GoPro 7 Black looks much sharper, but the colors from the recordings from the GoPro 7 Black seem to be a bit exaggerated and oversaturated, because the sky never looked that black. But I guess if you post one of those videos from a GoPro 7 Black on Instagram, for example, you're gonna get more likes because of the saturated colors. But in reality, the colors are somewhere in between what we are seeing from the V50X and the GoPro 7 Black. So yes, this one does use more saturated colors. The interesting thing was that the dynamic range from the videos from the V50X seemed to be a bit better in some situations, because if you look at the grass in those videos, you can actually see the color of the grass, where with the GoPro 7 Black, the grass kind of looks black, almost black. Alright, and next we are moving on to some nighttime recordings, and for nighttime recordings you're gonna be quite surprised. So let's check those out. "4K 30 frames electronic image stabilization off." So for nighttime recordings, I have to say that I never ever imagined that the GoPro 7 Black would do this bad. I mean, some of those videos are pretty much unusable. They're that dark that you cannot use them for anything. And yeah, I never ever imagined that one of the most expensive action cameras available on the market does that bad. Now, don't get me wrong, the video from the V50X looks pretty bad as well. I mean, there is so much noise in it, the ISO seems to be through the roof. So no, the videos from this one don't look good either. But I was definitely expecting much better from the GoPro 7 Black. If you turn off the electronic image stabilization, the footage does look a bit better, but still far from great. As for pictures, well, pretty much all the pictures that I took with the GoPro 7 Black are better, and that includes pictures that I took during the day and during the night. So pretty much every single picture that I took with this one is better. But once again, if you don't want those saturated colors, well, I mean, you can probably just edit the pictures a bit. But yes, the pictures from the GoPro 7 Black are also better. So to quickly conclude this video, considering the price difference, I feel that the V50X did extremely well. The dynamic range seems to be a bit better, the electronic image stabilization seems to be a bit better, and also the nighttime recordings. And I was kind of expecting more from the GoPro 7 Black, because I did see a lot of videos online and the videos did seem quite amazing, amazing stabilization, but in reality the stabilization isn't that amazing. So if you're looking for a super affordable camera where the microphone sucks, the V50X could be a good choice. If you're looking for a camera to record with more frames per second, like 1080p at 240 frames per second, 4K at 60 frames per second, you should definitely consider the GoPro 7 Black. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did like it, don't forget to press that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.